Hey guys, we're back with some more research on the Cylon voice. People have been asking me, what did the synthesizer tones sound like before it went into the EMS vocoder to make the voice of the Cylon? And in 2013, Janec Van Der Lans discovered that a certain modified pulse width tone was kind of the fundamental basis thing. You have a fundamental root, and then there's a ring that changes. And as you look down here on the oscilloscope on the bottom left, as they change the pulse width, which is literally the width of the cycle, you get a fundamental root note, and then the kind of pitch of the ring changes. And they use that to differentiate different characters and also evolve kind of scene to scene and stuff like that. But in my opinion, now that I have this CMS ARP 2500 modular clone, there's an oscillator bank, filter, I feel like it was the pulse width tone with the triangle and the sine wave blended in. And in a second, we're going to look inside Steinberg spectral layers and unravel this tone. There's scenes where I've matched it up where the pitch or the pulse width was here, or sometimes there, and whether it was by accident or differentiating the characters, it made for a very colorful sound. There's just something very rich about mixing these waveforms together. Now, most of your vocoder songs, electro type things, they were just done with the sawtooth wave. Very harmonically rich, and your SH1, your Pro 1, your Jupiter 8, they all have this. But as you see on the oscilloscope, this is called a saw because it looks like a saw. Turn that down a little bit. Square is more or less shaped like a square. Sine wave shaped like a sine wave, etc., etc. But this is a unique synth that offers all five at once, and you can make some really interesting shapes, waveforms, very interesting tone. If you have a vocoder, this would be a great synth to have. This is about as good as it gets as far as old school analog synths. That's before you get any filtering or anything happening. I don't think they did any filtering on the Cylon voice. I think that the dullness of it was from the mastering, from EQing the voice, EQing the synthesizer slightly, and the noise reduction, and then EQing the vocoder just to fit in, and then again your natural tape kind of degradation as things got edited together and bounced down multiple times to kind of glue everything together. So let's go inside Steinberg spectral layers and check this thing out from the inside guts view. Now, using this program, I'm able to separate out the layers. Here's our fundamental bass F, in this case, the root note. The next dial tone sounding partial. Start getting into the rings. And here's when they stopped on this particular position. It's this odd tritone, and we need these EQs to really isolate that and bring that out. Another weird partial. And then you get into the upper end buzz and treble, which got very heavily manipulated with multiple EQs. And we need to be able to massage this and bring out the correct rings, correct structure, so that on the other side of the Electrodynes, it sounds like this.
That was an unexpected move. He is a very good warrior. That is a small consolation. We are going to crash.
So some of those were very reduced in volume, and other ones were very they were brought out, and then the whole thing was like high pass, low pass with the resonant thing going on. And that's how they ended up with the Cylon voice after it went to a monster tape. Got compressed a few times, first through the LA2A, then through whatever mastering limiters they had, and that's where we want to be. This Electrodyne mojo is just all over this thing. It's crazy.
Centurion, identify, and where is the human?